Okay, firstly, I'd like to thank you, for inviting me to, this private VIP call, Michael and Vicky. It's great to have met you on this as well. As requested, I'm going to go through a presentation on VARA. I'll gladly answer any questions as well at the end. So it may be best, because obviously you can rewind the recording, because we're recording it as well at any time. So if you make some notes, we'll gladly cover any questions. And if you feel you want to discuss anything on a specific slide, feel free to unmute your mic at that time, and we can obviously discuss a question at that time as well. So obviously this isn't a normal webinar that lots of people, this is a VIP presentation just for yourself. Well, I'm going to cover today VARA. VARA is a new exciting project which has been in the making for several years behind the scenes. It's a long-term project. They've got a roadmap that's lasting many, many, many years, which I'm going to cover as well, not just the kind of the roadmap. I'll show the corporate team, I'll show you the product, I'll show you why we're special at this time, I'll show you the compensation plan. So you can basically see lots of different aspects of why this is the project which is attracting a lot of attention right now. There's a lot of people who've got a lot of experience in the profession who are really being drawn to VARA. But what I'm going to do also on this presentation is show you some of the videos that are produced by the company. Some shows gameplay. Some will actually also show, the actual type of materials we will get to actually introduce this to people. So I'm going to start off with a quick video as well. So it'll be a mix of videos and also myself presenting. That gives you an example of the quality of the materials that we have to work with, because we're building a AAA high fidelity quality product here. But again, it's important to understand, why the time's right now for VARA. Looking back at the internet, it came around about 1990-ish, but up until 2005, Web 1 was very basic. Basic pages, e-commerce was really starting through that sort of time as well. Moved into Web 2 around about 2005, where a lot of social media, giants grew. Your Facebooks, your major companies in the social media. And what they did is they created platforms, but everyone else developed their content. So people were taking their friends and their connections onto these platforms, but they weren't getting funds. They weren't monetizing it themselves. The internet improved. There's lots of apps that came out, but the major companies were the ones that were making the big money. Now there's a big transition to Web 3.0, so it's more decentralized. Members and users can monetize their data themselves and what they do on the internet. So there's a lot more play to earn systems. And our project is going to be a massive play to earn system. But obviously the technology that's available now with blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, decentralization, also artificial intelligence is around now, virtual reality, augmented reality. The metaverse, so to say, has kind of been growing. So the technology is there now for VARA to be perfectly positioned as the key project in the Web 3, because the games have been changing a lot from Web 2 to Web 3, which we'll cover. But again, it's just understanding that the internet's been transitioning now to the Web 3.0, and it's going to be here for many, many years. And more people like the decentralizations now compared to what we have, with the Web 2.0 as well. So you can see there, VARA will be coming on mobile. We'll have our own application which people will be able to use, because this project will be on multiple devices and platforms. So I think you can see there the quality of the back office, which is the back office is actually new back office is launching on Monday, the 19th. So again, looking at this at just the right time, we've been pre-onboarding, leader positioning at this, like at the pre-launch stage at this stage. But what's happening at the moment as well is a lot of the games that were more the Web 2 games, you know, your Minecraft, your Roblox, a lot of the things have transitioned because of the new technology. Back in the day, people used to purchase a game, you know, put it in their console and then play it. Now the games have evolved where they're more free to use for parts of the game. They have subscriptions, they have in-game purchases like cosmetics, which is where a lot of the revenue for the gaming companies are. We're positioning that. And also with the Web 2 games, you don't truly own the assets. If someone buys a skin in one of the Web 2 games, it's within the game, but you can't take it off through the blockchain to somewhere else. Yeah, so or sell it or trade it outside of the game. So you never really have true ownership. With the Web 3 and the decentralization and the blockchain development enables people to have true ownership of their digital assets as NFTs on the blockchain, tradable with not just within the project, but outside of the project as well. So there's true ownership with the Web3. And again, with the evolvement of the technology, you know, you've got Oculus, so you can actually be within the StarVara project, literally as if you're in the StarVara world, in the planet itself, with the 3D VR glasses, and you can be looking around. So the way it's been done, it enables the Web3 transition that's happening right now, where there's millions of people playing the major games out there. They're also, like the internet's transition, these gamers are transitioning a lot more now to the Web3 games. A lot of play-to-earn games, for example, you know, we're going to create a lot of interest. But the main one, what we have is VARA is creating a big bridge between the two. So some of these major games make billions and billions of dollars per year, and a lot of it's done with in-game revenue through loot boxes, through skins, through cosmetics within the game. Now, again, so this marketplace is huge globally. So again, that marketplace exists, but now the transition is those Web 2 gamers are moving to Web 3. So again, that's where VARA perfectly positions themselves, because we've got cosmetics, you know, within our project, and that's what we have as the exclusivity, you know, within the VARA teams to actually, you know, purchase these digital assets that can be used themselves or traded or sold in the game. So what VARA is also is a bridge between Web 2.0 and Web 3.0 gaming. And we're creating the world's first AAA, high fidelity, massive multiplayer online experience with a Web 3 layer. So basically what we're having is an experience where people can play on multiple platforms, the project, and it's at a high level of, you know, in terms of the internet access around the world with low data usage. So you've got a high fidelity game, a very crisp project, as you can see by the videos of some of the gameplay, which I'm showing you as well, how powerful this is going to be able to be done on different platforms. So people can do it on their phone, we're going on PC, Xbox, and so on, which I will cover shortly, but I want to show you a little bit more about VARA. So I think you can see there that the quality of one of the teaser trailers for the project, that could be a Netflix movie trailer. The quality is that good. We've got our own in-house studios. We're at the offices in South Africa, where I spent a week, you know, doing the due diligence. So I've actually seen all this and all the creatives, you know, in the different departments. And another thing, what the company are going to be releasing real soon is a video of the whole team. You know, so I'll show you, meet the team shortly, but it gives you an idea of the quality that the company's producing, that could be a movie trailer for Netflix or one of the major cinemas. But again, it's a project which is high fidelity. So again, I think that kind of comes across.
Excuse me, but when I saw this through the VR glasses, that was amazing. It was even better quality than that one we see now.
Yeah, it's amazing. So basically what VARA is coming to play to in terms of the marketplace is they're building out a huge metaverse. Is too small a word. It's more like a multiverse. There's going to be lots of different planets that people can explore. They can travel to and do different experiences within the game. So the key is it's a massive multiplayer journey here, because you can have millions of people on it at the same time as well. So they're planning on being one of the major projects in the gaming space, which we know is huge, that market. Linking with networking as well is very, very powerful. So it's going to be a great project that people can, many countries use, but it's been brought to us by an amazing team. So these are some of the people that we've met. So Dominik Bojkovic, he's the chief gaming architect. He's already done projects with Microsoft, Nintendo. Greg Stevens is the CEO and co-founder, again been in the gaming space for decades, launched one of the first esports projects in the USA. Obviously, we've got great teams with regards to the blockchain technology in here. We've got the Chief Technical Officer, Mr. Mike Saunders, Chief Marketing Officer, Mr. Nick Vandenberg, lots of other people in the staff team as well. One of the chairman and co-founders, Mr. Robert Hershoff, is one of the billionaires and backers and investors in the project, based over in South Africa. So the team is, one, very experienced in the game development, two, in building companies. They've actually developed and built companies from scratch that they've listed on the stock market. Yeah, so they've done extremely well, building companies, and who knows, this may head that way in time once it's built out. So again, we've got a very strong founding team. I can provide you additional videos of these as well, and actually a video is going to be coming out very soon of a walkthrough showing people the actual offices, so people don't have to fly like we did. So they're providing a lot of information for us. So we've got a very strong team behind this project.
Hi, I'm Mike Saunders. I'm the CTO.
I'm a 3D game artist.
Manager of customer support.
I am social media manager.
I'm the head of web development.
I'm a senior developer.
I'm a senior graphic designer.
I'm the game writer. I'm a 3D designer and a video editor.
I am chief game architect.
I am the head of support.
I am the game art lead.
I'm a 3D artist.
Senior art director and designer.
My role is head of games development.
I'm a 3D designer and a video editor.
Game developer.
I'm a junior game dev.
At its core, what we're doing, whether it's game dev, blockchain work, or in the web space, really embraces the notion of open source and collaboration.
I enjoy the company culture. I think it's an awesome team, very talented team. I count myself privileged to be a part of this team.
It lifts me up every day to come to work. I really enjoy being here and being part of what we're doing. It's really an exciting part of my day-to-day.
I love my colleagues. We have a lot of coffee. I don't do coffee, so whatever.
I get to come to work, come up with crypto tools, build smart contracts, make video games, it really is a dream job.
Every day we are constantly trying to innovate and do the most exciting thing possible.
Get given challenges every day, and how to solve that is always fun.
There's definitely a groundswell of excitement around what we're building.
The Star VARA universe is going to seemingly be endless, and what better place could a writer want to be than in this position right now? I'm never going back, that's for sure. This is where I belong.
So it's great there for you to see some of the team and the people at the head offices in Cape Town. Again, this project they've been developing, for several years. They're just ready to launch on the first phase of it, and they've decided to run it through a networking layer because they understand the power of networking. So what I love about that is, from my side, this is a product company that's been developing a product to launch globally, and then they bring in a network layer to it with a compensation plan. It's not one of these companies that get an idea, do a comp plan, and try and find a product to just try and be compliant. This is why this is launching into so many markets very quickly. They've got the compliance team. It's a product that people will want and use, and it can stand alone even outside of the network. So again, that's a key for me when I was looking at this project. I wanted to look at a project that was going to be sustainable long term. I was not interested in one of these companies where you can join, make money for 6 months, and then you haven't to start building again. With this one, the team behind it, as you can see, is very experienced. They've delivered a major project to the marketplace, and the great thing for us is they decided to run a networking layer, alongside it. So again, very powerful. That's VARA moving forward. And as we launch out, the great thing is it's going to be accessible on all devices. This has never been done before in this format. So what you have, you can do it with your virtual reality glasses, so you can actually be within all these worlds and within all these battles and with all the different things that you can do, within the various galaxies within VARA. It's as if you're there. I've been in some of these buildings, which I'm going to show you shortly, in the virtual world. We've got augmented reality where you can be as avatars, for example. And the great thing here is we're talking now on Zoom. There's several others on this Zoom call. When we've launched VARA out there, we can have team meetings within the virtual world where we can be sat in a room talking as our avatars or with the goggles on, and look around and be talking as if we're next to each other. That is powerful. So it's changing how gamification of networks coming through and how the teams can communicate as well. But also it's coming out on Steam, it's coming out on mobile phones, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. So again, here you could have people, this is one of the things that's unique about what we have. You could have somebody in, say, for example, in India on a PlayStation, playing at the same time as somebody in the UK on, say, an Xbox, at the same time with somebody who's over in a different part of the world, say Africa, on their phone, having the same high fidelity experience. So again, it's a game-changing system what we're bringing out. And that's one of the other things that makes it unique as well, is the way people can literally have cross-platform, on any device at the same time. Millions of players can be on it at the same time as well, the way it's been developed, so the blockchain technology. There's a full tokenomic in-game utility token and system, within the blockchain with all the smart contracts as well, where you truly own the digital assets that you have. So there's going to be lots of play to earn systems within the project, which gives people opportunity, even if they just want to be a gamer, where they can make funds, even if they don't want to be a networker. Obviously, the networker can do that as well. They can choose to play the game. So again, very advanced, project that they've got. All the planets, that they're launching out are unique and individual and have different things that people can do on them. There's even going to be a safe zone networking world, where people can go meet in the networkers. You can run events within the virtual world with this project. So it's very, very powerful. There's lots of other, games that have been very successful over decades, but they don't all have what Star VARA has. Some games may have bonds and cosmetics, but what we've got is what they've done is looked at what the successful games are. How can we, take some of those good bits in terms of technology, and how can we improve on them? What's what people wanted at this stage, in 2023 and moving forward, is different than what people wanted, say, like 10 years ago. So things have evolved. We've now can tick all the different boxes, where we've got tokens in the game. We've got the blockchain technology, the decentralization. We've got bonds for gamers to use. We've got the NFTs where you can trade the assets within the project as well. Cosmetic sales within the project. Loot boxes, which are like lottery boxes. You open them and they can be you may even get something that have potentially a value of 1,000, 2,000 in the game. So the key here is there's lots of different things. There's passes as well, we're included. So the idea is what they've created is something that has not existed before. So this is a first market project that encompasses all these different things, but in a multiverse type of world where they can build out many different planets and many different solar systems where people can fly and do different things. So if someone likes a space battles, they can go and do that on one planet. There may be other planets where they can do different things, or another planet where they go to mine things, which can generate income through the play to earning systems. So again, this is limitless. They mentioned it on the team. Think about this. They could bring in whole projects that maybe another network has as a whole company. They can bring that project into the virtual world if they wish to. So again, very, very powerful, limitless, potential growth with this project. There's obviously lots of different character classes, within the game, so people can choose as they're gaming what they want to be. Obviously, they can create their own avatar as well, which is great. But there's already built in some avatars, and there's also already built in some different character classes. You saw this person here on the teaser video before.
Back up immediately.
You can see there, again on that company produced video, some of the gameplay. So you can imagine people can experience this on, like I mentioned, on any devices as well. It's a virtual world experience. Again, we all know where things are evolving to. The multiverse type systems. Companies, countries are going on blockchain technology. It's literally, at the forefront and cutting edge technology of the gaming systems that are out there. This is the one. And the great thing for us, we're right at the start of it, and everybody watching this is so close to the start of this project going live. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a demonstration of, and this is one of the early demos. Okay, so it's only going to be a short one, just to show you a bit more of the in-game play. So this here is Start VARA. So this is our avatar created screen where you can choose your avatars, you can build them yourself, create unique style characters. You can wear the cosmetics. You can choose these literally a billion different combinations of all different skin colors, eye colors, hair, everything, clothes you can wear. But all these are NFTs. So here we are, collecting raw materials, so you can craft it for in-game items. It's seamlessly integrated to the blockchain technology and wallet, so you can trade these, or if somebody else needs something you can trade it for them as well. So we're going to head over now to one of the spaceships. You can see as the gentleman's running through the grass, even the grass is moving, the shadows. It's like saying it's a high quality project we've done. We're going to hop into a spaceship, which is also an NFT, and this will give access to people from many of the different planets, many of the different worlds. And again, it's the key to remember is these are all NFTs that you can control and own, not just within the project, but outside. We're just going to exit the atmosphere now. We're just going to head up into space. You can see lots of different meteors and different planets in the background, so we'll head over to one. Again, all these are assets on the blockchain through smart contracts, and you can even short or go long on rocket fuel. There's all trading system within there as well. We're going to land on one of the planets now. So again, one of the key things that works well for this company is they created their own byte streaming technology. For example, Netflix uses about 1,000 megabytes per hour. This game will only use 3 megabytes per hour. Even though it's high quality, high fidelity, it's something proprietary they've developed themselves that doesn't exist out there, which enables people to use this game on a low data cost, but also causes the company low server costs as well. Going into our in-game Galactic Exchange, where you can literally trade your digital assets in here as well, trade your NFTs. Once it's all live, those ticket boards you see in the background, you'll be able to switch Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, transact and transfer. So So it's cross-chain as well, very powerful. You can trade your bonds, transfer your crypto in there. You can see a little branding sign there just as we walk past there. Now, I just wanted to explain a bit more about the branding, so as well as that exchange. So if you can imagine, without having to leave the project, you can transfer and trade your digital assets within the project seamlessly across the blockchain technology with different chains as well, different blockchains. So that's very, very powerful. Now, the branding I mentioned, part of the the team that we've got, very good marketing team headed by Nick Vandenberg. He's a chief marketing officer, got connections with some of the major big household name brands globally. Now, again, brands used to advertise on the radio, then it went more to the TV. Now, then it went advertising on films and cinemas. Now they're advertising within games because they know so many people now are on the internet within games. So what they're doing is they're creating some major brand collaborations, which are household name brands that are coming into the project. So you get to see maybe a jeans company where you can wear their jeans on your avatar within the game. You'll be able to go through the game and maybe walk past a billboard, and it could be a shoe company, where they've live streamed into the game their latest adverts. So it's very, very powerful. The brand collaborations that are coming. I can't give you the names, on this presentation, but the company will be announcing those. But they are on the way, which is great. So basically, people can create their own digital persona to use their own digital look within VARA. But again, for me, for you can see, we've spent a lot of time to show you the quality of the project, the quality of the product that we've got coming as well. And I'll cover the compensation at the end, because this is so important, because this is the mainstream system that we're building. So it creates a sustainability, because a genuine product, digital collection that people can use. There's also going to be, a full tokenomics, released by the company. There's going to be a token called VARA, and that's going to be obviously released real soon. There's a nodal token as well called, which is already minted. There's only 25,000 of those. There's obviously more of the actual VARA token, which can be used, within the game as a utility token. But the nodal tokens, people can purchase those, and the obviously potential yield against those nodal tokens, because anyone who's got a VARA, if they want to stake it within the actual project to earn staking rewards, you can, but you stake them against nodal tokens. So the key here is people can purchase VARA tokens once live on the blockchain. Also, these nodal tokens are available right now. You can potentially, I always use the word potential when discussing, can potentially get annual passive income from the nodal staking, and also the nodal growth may increase as well. The price may increase because there's only 25,000. You imagine there's millions of players. People want to stake, then that's something could be good to have. But in the pre-launch, we're getting some free VARA tokens as a voucher. Obviously, the token blockchain is not live at the moment, so you get a voucher that will be an amount will be airdropped, to the wallet that you connect. Again, and you can earn staking rewards with the VARA, or use it, within the actual project itself. Now, we've effectively evolved Web 2 to Web 3, so we're also linking the Web 2 layer to the project, so people who, let's say, use Steam Web 2 can still come on board with this, using fiat currency, and the back-end technology creates it, within the project to the cryptocurrency. The gamers will, have a bond to use, certain access certain parts of the worlds and galaxies, and some parts will be free. Some people can register and play for free, but then they'll have to buy a bond that's only $6.99 for 14-day access to the rest of the planetary system. But what that does, it creates, the circulation and the utility of the VARA token. And also the bonds, some of it will burn as they're bought, will burn some of the token, which means it's a deflationary system as well. So again, that's obviously important in terms of the tokenomics, but the company will be releasing a full tokenomics. What they've effectively done is they've taken a huge gaming industry, which is around about 200 billion last year, linking it also with the networking industry, which is just short of 200 billion last year. So you can see the size of the marketplace and the amount of people that can be attracted to this project, not just the networking, but also the gamers. And then put all that together, we've got something very special. And what they're doing, they're gamifying it. So there's going to be lots of things within the project, within the new back office that's shortly about to launch, where if you do certain things, you may get VARA or certain other digital assets. So there's all going to be a gamified, link between the projects, so it's all kind of like linked together. The VARA system in terms of the game, and also the networking layer as well, creating an open digital world experience. Now it's going to be a phased approach. The first phase is coming out real soon. We've got a major launch starting on July the 31st, and on July the 19th, the back office is coming through. What if you can imagine the rolling out stages, so many years ahead projects. So they're starting off with a massive multiplayer online phase 1. We've got the cross-platform is starting on mobile phones. Then obviously the brands will be coming in as we build the community, within the projects and the system, and then obviously finalizes the last stage where the full multiverse is all built out. But what we have with VARA is an exclusive way, and this is the products that we're purchasing within our packs for the networkers, an exclusive way to purchase the digital cosmetics that can be used in the project. So if a gamer wants them, they can either maybe create them themselves, but they may have to spend 100 hours to create a certain spaceship that you've owned and purchased through the networking layer. You can sell it to them. So you'll have people who want to save time and rather spend funds to have something in their game that they can use straight away. So that's the VARA ecosystem. So what we've got is many different products. There's NFTs, there's even real estate buildings, there's cosmetics, lots of different types of digital assets for in-game use. Obviously, I've mentioned the nodes. We've got brand partners coming on board, the loot boxes, which we've touched base on. So there'll be lots of different things people can use within the project that we will get as part of our product range. So there's also going to be loot boxes, there's going to be cosmetics that people can purchase and use within VARA. And again, remember, all these are like 3D virtual world. You can access from many different devices, or imagine that having those VR goggles on. It's very, very special. You see this lots of different spaceships that they're building out. Each will have different utility within the project as well, maybe different speeds, different weapons, depending on the type of way people want to play the game. But there's also real estate in there as well. You've got lavish condominiums in there. I've been in the projects and been in that building, so in VR. So when I was in South Africa, I put the Oculus glasses on. I was walking around that room, standing near that bed, looking at the fish swimming in the tank, looking out the window, watching spaceships fly by and the moon above, and you can see a meeting table. We can be sat at that table in the virtual world having these sort of conversations that we're having now. So again, we're showing you sort of on Zoom here, so maybe some of the videos may have lagged a bit, but it's high quality when you watch them in real time. But to actually experience, and I know Michael, he experienced this as well when he was in Dubai and met the team over in Dubai back in April. So again, very, very powerful project. So again, the key thing for me is they're building a long-term project that's linking with the networking layer as well. People will be able to see through their back office, a seamless access to see their whole organizations, the wallets where they've earned, the countries that they're building in, access to all their digital assets. You can see everything within the app, within the back office. You saw a little video earlier on in this presentation that gives you an idea that the kind of quality it was going to be. So that kind of covers what VARA is, what the team behind it is, why it's special and unique at the moment as well in terms of the timing, what they're producing. They've created their own technology, which hasn't been done before, that enables them to roll this massive project out cross device at the same time as well. People could play it. And what I'm going to do now is going to cover into the bonus plan. Just have a quick thing. Now, one thing I'll caveat, this is the bonus plan at the moment. There's going to be more to this, because obviously once the project's live, there's play to earn systems within there. There's other ways people will be able to earn. This is the networking layer pay plan, but there will be gamification within the back office where people can earn by doing certain different things and challenges as well. So understand there's going to be additional income streams to what I'm going to show you now once the project's live. I'm talking, you're not waiting years, you're talking weeks here. So the thing here is we're going to cover the 5 key ways we earn. So my phone's going. 5 key ways that we earn at the moment. We've got our velocity bonus, star bonus, matching bonus, ascension pools, and a rising bonus. I'll cover each one in turn. So what we have, a velocity bonus, is a bit like a fast start bonus. The day you register, that time you register, a 14-day timer starts. So once you pay for your package, it starts off an opportunity for you to actually acquire, other people who purchase packages, sell packages too. And if you sell 4 packages within 14 days, you will receive a velocity bonus. Now, the velocity bonus is based on the pack that you own. So, for example, if you purchase a $100 pack, the maximum velocity bonus you can receive is $100. But if you sell 4 packs of a higher value, then it's obviously in your interest knowing that you could get potentially a higher velocity bonus to upgrade to a higher pack. So I'll give you some examples. If you sell 4 moon-based packs, they're $100 each, you would get a velocity bonus of $100. In that 14 days, if you sold 4 at $400, you get $400. If you sold 4 at $1,000, you would get $1,000. So if you're on a $100 pack and sell 4 at $1,000, you would only get $100. But if you know you're going to get $1,000, you could upgrade to that, pay the difference and pay the $900, knowing that you're going to get $1,000 back. So it's very well done and very fair the way the company's done it. You've got to have 2 personal sales on each of your sales team. It works as a binary, so 2 on each side. And if there's a mix of packs, as an example, then you earn on the lesser pack sale. So if you sold 2 planet packs and 2 solar packs, in that example, you would get a $400 velocity bonus. So you sold 2 at 400, 2 at 1,000, you would therefore get the bonus paid on the lesser. So the velocity bonus is there to help people have a quick return in terms of obviously putting time and introducing this to people. They've got an opportunity to receive a velocity bonus based on 4 sales. Now, the star bonus is like our binary. Now, each pack we have has a number of points linked to them. The moon-based pack is the $100 pack that has 60 points. The planet pack, that's the $400 pack that has 240 points. The solar pack is the $1,000 pack, which has 600 points. Now, there are other packs available and promotional packs, but these are the main onboarding packs in pre-launch. There will be more available once the actual project is live as well, at different price points as well. Some at higher price points, some at a lower price point. Now, with regards to the binary, one of the things that's powerful about this is traditionally, a lot of binaries pay 10% based on volume on the smaller leg. So you may have volume building on one leg, and whatever volume goes in on the smaller leg, i.e. pay leg, is a term you use, 10% of that volume is therefore paid out upon. Now, what's powerful about ours, it's a very, very strong binary pay plan. So for example, if you get a $100 pack sale on your left and a $100 pack sale on your right, they're called moon packs. That will give you 60 points on each team, 60 points on your left team, 60 points on your right. What the system does, it says that's a 1-to-1 ratio. They add both the points together. So 60 plus 60 is 120 points. Then the points payout ratio is 10 points equals $1. So if you've got 120 points, that would give you $12 commission if that occurred for you in your business. Now, the thing here is, if you think about that, I said 10% is normally the standard payout. So that would be 10 on a normal binary. Here you're getting 12. So there's an extra 2 on 10. So that's an extra 20% compared to a normal commission. I.e. you got $12 instead of $10. So the $2 is 20% of 10. That's kind of where I come from that figure. It gets better than that as well, folks, because we have a 1-to-2 ratio. So let's say, for example, you do 2 moonback sales in your organization. It doesn't have to be done by yourself. You've only got to qualify for the binary minimum of 1 personal sale on each team. So it's all based on the sales volume within the organizations as well. It could be spillover or spill under. So the idea here is, if say on your left team in this example, you've got 60 points, but you've got 120 on your right, the system says, hey, you can do a 1-to-2 ratio, not just a 1-to-1. We'll pay you out on a 1-to-2 ratio. So they add all 3 lots of 60 together. That would give you 180 star points. You got 120 off your right team. You got 60 off your left. That gives you 180 points. Now, in that situation, 10 points to $1 would give you $18 bonus on that 1-to-2 ratio. That's powerful based on the volume. Now, if the higher pack sales would bring off a higher number of points. So I'm showing you based on the lower pack. But the key here is, if you think about that, that's $18 based on the $100 pack going in on your smaller leg. Standard binary and older binary would only give you 10. So again, you can start to see why this is attracting major leaders from many different markets, many different companies that are transitioning and aligning with us right now, because they're excited not just about the product, but it's something that's sustainable long term, but they're also excited about the compensation plan that's linked with it. Now, again, with the star bonus, you could have different type of pack sales. So if you sold a solar pack or a solar pack was sold by one of your organization in each side, that's 600 points each. That would give you 1,200 points. So in that situation, would give you $120 bonus based on a 1-to-1 ratio. But here's where the 1-to-2 ratio works fantastically. When you've got different pack sales happening, so for example, you may have a solar pack on your right team, which is 600 new points into your right team. A planet pack goes in, that's 240 points in your left. But even though it's only one person purchasing a pack on each side there, one gives you more volume points. So what the system does is says we can give you a 1-to-2 ratio there. So it'll take 2 lots of that 240 out of that 600. You get 480 points you can draw down of that 600. Add that to the 240. So you've got 720 points. So that would be a $72 commission there in that example. But again, there's some promotional packs where thousands of points can go in on a specific sale as well, which is not in this presentation. There's a promotional pack which literally finishes this Sunday. So that's why I've not got it on here. But the principle is, there is a pack, a founders pack at the moment available for say $3,000, which has 2,000 points and a lot of different things within it. But the great thing there, folks, is where you've got that solar pack, you've used 480 points there. It lets you carry over that 120 to be used again as more sales are done on your smaller team. So again, very, very powerful binary bonuses. We call it a star bonus. Now we've got different ranks in the company at the moment. So as you go through, the ranks, your own sales volume, it's all based on sales volume, go through on both your sales teams, left and right teams, that enables you to rank up in terms of the ranks. So there's 12 at the moment. There may be more in the future. Because we just started, we don't need to put 15, 18, 20 ranks in this. So we're keeping it nice and tight at 12 ranks. Now, as you go through the ranks, it's based on the sales volume on your lesser leg. So as both one hits, say 1,000, you've qualified up to cadet in that leg. Then as soon as 500 goes into your lesser leg, then you're training. When it goes to 1,000, your lesser leg, you go to a cadet and so on. A key rank to keep an eye on here is Commander, which is only 25,000 points. That's a key rank to look at, and I'll show you why now. Also, what we've got is the matching bonus. When you hit Commander, the way the plan is at this stage, as soon as you hit Commander, you open up 5 levels deep of sponsorship, 10% matching bonus. The matching bonus is based on anyone in your 5 level deep of personal organization sponsorship of their star bonus. So if someone earned, say, $72 on a star bonus, and you're level 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, you would get $7.20 in terms of letting it down. Or if someone's got 720 points, you're getting 72 points. So the principle is it's 10% of the star bonus starting with your personally introduced line. For example, if I introduce Michael, he's a level 1 line. If he makes an earning on the binary, he gets the full earning of that binary. I get a matching bonus of 10% on that earning. And the same for Michael to somebody else that he introduces, and so on, down to 5 levels deep of personal sponsorship. But very simple, opens up 5 levels deep, 10%. So again, very, very powerful matching bonus. We've also got pools. Now the pools are exciting a lot of people as well, because there's something's coming out real soon as well, where these pools will have more funds going in to the pools in addition to what they've been doing already. Because obviously once the game's live, there's more economy moving through the company. Now what we've got is, as you hit rank number 4, you go into the Nova pool. As you hit rank number 6, you move also into the Aurora pool. Hit rank 10, you go into the Nebula pool, and rank 12, the Galaxy pool. Now what the company does, it takes a percentage of its profits, and moves it into these pools. The amount they put into each pool is the same. So let me give you an example. Let's just for pure math and ease of this example. If they put 100,000 into all the pools, obviously it could be a lot more than that, or it could be less. It's just a principle. But let's say if they put 100,000 into the pools, it'd have 25% of that in each pool. So you'd have $25,000 in Nova pool, $25,000 in Aurora, Nebula, and Galaxy. If they put $1 million into the pools on a particular month, it'd be $250,000 that goes into each of the pools as an example. The variable of what people receive being in these pools depends on how many people are at that rank. There's obviously going to be more people in the Nova pool than what there will be in the Aurora pool. Because we're so new, there's nobody in rank 10 or 12 yet. Because again, we're just in pre-launch, we're getting ready to go live very, very, very soon. But people can join now and get access to everything the right way. But the key here is you want to be in as many pools as you can. So that's where those ranks also come in. There's no criteria to be in the first 2 ranks, but there is a small criteria to be in the rank 10 and 12 pool. So for example, So being those pools, you've done very well anyway. And the compensation plan, which is based on your lesser leg to go to the ranks, you've got to do a minimum one personal sale per month. It can even be $100 pack or more, and you've got to be on a minimum pack of 2,500 when it's available. Obviously, at the moment, the highest activation pack's 1,000, but once it's available. But again, that's in time. It'll take time people to get up to the highest rank. So the key there is a very strong pool system as well, because that's building your residual. You hit that rank, you're getting that payment every single month because you've hit that rank. Some companies may do 10, 15 pools, and people think, no, that's good, but it's not, because the lower pools is because there's so many pools, people are getting cents. It's not worth having. Whereas having it focused on 4 pools, it drives people to succeed, to and build it, the sales within their organizations, to hit the ranks, and they're obviously rewarded for that anyway through the compensation plan, but then more residual for the pool, because the company funds that go in is split between 4 pools instead of, say, 10, 15 pools. So again, it's very, very powerful to do it that way. We've also got our advising bonus. Now, what this is also, how you go through a rank, the company are going to give you additional loot boxes. Now, these loot boxes can be used within VARA. You can use them, you can sell them as well if you wish. You can trade the items with them if you wish, or you could use the items that you get in yourself. So it's an NFT that you're going to get different things within the loot boxes. As you open up a loot box, it will show you what you've got, which digital assets you've got. You may open a loot box that gives you an item that people in the game are prepared to spend, say, $1,000 on. So you don't know what you're going to get. So it's quite special. But this is extra, and there's even a loft, one of those lofts that's going to be available for people who hit the top rank again, which will have significant potential value within the project. Now let me show you, the price and the costings. Now the moon-based pack is $100, the planet pack's $400, and the solar system is $1,000. I mentioned that earlier. Now what you're going to get, each one is, we call these the conversion packs. Everyone's going to get original cosmetics to be used within the VARA project. You're going to get spaceship skins. Also, for the planet and solar pack, you're going to actually get a spaceship. Again, bear in mind, people might want to use themselves in the game, or sell them within, or trade them within the project, or hold them to see where the price goes down the line. See, people have the choice; they control the NFT. You're also going to get loot boxes. You get 1 loot box in a moon-based pack. You get 5 for a planet and 15 for a solar. Now, also at the moment in pre-launch, and the company said they will extend it as well for a limited period only, you're going to get a voucher for free. If you're not buying tokens, you're going to get 300 VARA tokens for free in a moon base, 1,200 for free in a planet, and 3,000 VARA tokens completely for free in the solar system pack as part of the pre-launch to help people create a momentum. But also at this stage, you get it as a voucher. So once the blockchain's live and the token's live on the blockchain, you will then get it airdropped to your wallet linked via your back office. So the idea is it's something that we get for free. So whatever the value is in the future is going to be, I'm happy because it's something more than I paid, which is 0. So again, that's also helping drive a lot of excitement at the moment, because who knows where this token is going to be at a price point down the line. With a project so solid as this, ahead of the next bull run, people are positioning right now. We know there'll be another bull run likely after the next, say, Bitcoin halving as an example, which is is getting real close. People are positioning themselves. Imagine where VARA token could be. Will be initially on within the in-game exchange, a decentralized exchange, but I know the company will be looking for other exchanges, long-term major exchanges as well, for the token. So the key here is that's going to become the company will release that in good time. We help build the organizations with webinars and private Zooms, like VIP Zooms like this. We do a series of webinars. The corporate do live showcases as well, both online, but also in, they'll be doing these with VARA, once that's live, but also they will be doing road tours. We're already talking at the moment of road tours and launches in Dubai, in Japan, USA, and also we've got significant growth at the moment happening in other markets in Asia, India. The company will look to travel, and people will be able to experience and meet the company face to face. There will be a launch event real soon. The company will be announcing, likely to be in Dubai. So again, that's real exciting. A lot of people are looking forward to meeting the people. So there's going to be lots of event experiences that people can have, with our project.
Hi, I'm Rob Hersov, 62 years old. I'm actually 63 later this year, and I am chairman and an investor with Greg Stevens and the team in VARA. And I'm very excited about VARA. I have a background in media, technology, sport, finance, aviation. And even though I'm South African and currently living in Cape Town, I spent 31 years of my life overseas. 6 years in the States, 25 years in Europe and the UK. And I've done many things in the broader TMT media tech sector, but I guess it all started off after Harvard Business School. I worked as Rupert Murdoch's right-hand man in New York at News Corp, and that was an extraordinary experience in itself. I also set up Morgan Stanley's media investment banking team in London and realized pretty quickly I was never going to be the best investment banker in the world. But I found out before they did and moved on and got involved with an extraordinary South African entrepreneur and businessman called Johan Rupert, where for 8 years helped him build the third largest pay television business in Europe. And in the pay television business, we were in subscription television, we were early stages in multi-channel television, and I was with that organization right at the beginning of the internet. And Koos Becker, who discovered Tencent, another South African extraordinary entrepreneur, was talking about the future of digital technology and the internet in those days. So that ages me a little bit. I set up what became Europe's largest sports media internet business called Sportal, which failed. My big business failure in life, but you learn quite a lot through failure. And then, since then, I've been involved in a whole lot of other industries. But Greg and I met each other about 6 years ago. And Greg Stevens' grandfather, Gavin Relly, and my father were very best friends. Gavin Relly ran one of the biggest mining industrial companies in Africa, as did my father. And even though they competed, they actually were very, very close friends. So I've known Greg and his family for 3 generations. And Greg and I served on a board of a public company in Australia together. We've done a lot of initiatives together, become great friends, trusted friends. And when he told me about his vision for VARA and its original guys and its original concept, I said, I'm in, I'm with you all the way. And so I've co-invested with Greg. I'm there as a friend, advisor, chairman, and I believe that this is the opportunity of my lifetime, and hopefully of yours too. So it's the big one. I wish I could be more actively involved, but I've got other businesses that I have to worry about. But Greg, Dom, Nick, and the team, you can't get a better team than this. And I really am a believer. And I'm happy to keep writing checks, keep investing, and keep getting involved as required to make this the success that you, I, Greg, and the team want it to be, and it deserves to be.
So you can see there as well, Robert Hersoff, has built major companies, over many years. He's one of the co-founders and investors and chairman of this company. So they've got the right people behind this. But the key for this as well, he said this is the big one, probably one of the biggest opportunities of his lifetime. It genuinely is. And that's again why so many people have been drawn to this project. Imagine how many people are going to be exposed to this in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Everyone looking at this today is looking at it at the start before it's even fully launched. So exciting times. People will be able to do it with no experience. It's global. You can do it from the beach to your bedroom. Use laptop. You can build it on a full business. The game is health as well. You can use on many different devices from your phone. You've got high quality videos as you've seen from the company and high quality gameplay. Affordable entry levels that were all open for many different markets worldwide. And we've got a very simple system to enable duplication. A lot of the materials you've got, we're doing this as a live, private call, but we have got obviously these recorded that people can use, any time of day. But I would like to say, do pause this recording as well once you watch it back. Fully watch the earnings disclaimer. Even this is only a private VIP call. I still want to emphasize there's no guarantees of earnings stated or implied. I've shown you the factual compensation plan. Of the earnings can also be, based on people's experience and also the time they put into the project and the sort of sales organizations that they do. Also, there's no guarantees of income stated or implied, with regards to the Noble tokens or the VARA tokens, the staking potential rewards. The key is we want to stay compliant. So regardless of the presentation I do, there's always an earnings disclaimer. But the key is also people can read all this on the company websites and the terms and conditions as well. So just to clarify, no guarantees of income stated or implied on any of the presentation that I've done today, purely for information and educational purposes as well. So effectively, folks, the decision is yours. It's about VARA. So my name's Alan Platt, my time is up, and I thank you for yours. I'm going to pause the recording now, gentlemen, just so I can stop the share and we can go back to our videos, and I'll gladly answer any questions that you may have.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks. It was really helpful and a lot of insights about the project.